Brackley Beach Women's Institute is celebrating its 75th anniversary a bit late, but it's still doing it in style. The Institute turned 75 last October, but held off celebrating due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But last year, before things shut down, members of the Institute started to put some ideas together on how it could mark the milestone. Dorothy Clerk, one of the members who joined the local chapter when she and her husband moved to the community from Ontario 5 years ago, offered to make the chapter a barn quilt. Barn quilts are usually large and found on the sides of barns, often displayed in patterns of a quilt, which is a prominent symbol of the Women's Institute.
This quilt that I made, this barn quilt, it's representing our 75th anniversary of our Brackley Beach Women's Institute. And it was a new project for me. I had never done a barn quilt before, and did one for our house and thought it was fun to do. And when the suggestion came up as to what we could do to commemorate our anniversary, this is what I came up with.
Clerk painted the Women's Institute motto and mandate onto a piece of plywood measuring 4 feet by 4 feet. Ellen Cudmore, president of the local chapter, said some of the initial ideas to mark the milestone included some form of signage around the building or community. But when Clerk came up with her idea, they jumped on it.
We're celebrating 75 years of the women in the community working together for home and country, our Women's Institute motto. As we looked for ways to celebrate our anniversary, one of our members offered to do a barn quilt with the WI crest that we could hang on the outside of our community center. We had talked about putting up some type of a marker at our entrance sign or in front of the building itself. But this barn quilt will be a permanent reminder and a very beautiful image of the Women's Institute and the members.
The barn quilt will be bolted to the front of the Brackley Beach Community Center as a permanent reminder of the Institute's presence in the community. Cudmore said she's hoping to have it installed by July 1st. Reporting for the SaltWire Network in Brackley Beach, PEI, I'm Dave Stewart.